are, wear the nice clothes, show their big movies of all these places they've been so they can be a big shot within the Christian world, is their motivation, their primary motivation. Not get down there and like me, every time I shake hands with somebody because of this fetish I have, fetish is the wrong word, over the touch thing, you know what I mean? I get somebody touching me, and even down there on the strip touching me, and I'm thinking, ooh, man, the germs and that, you know what I mean? That's going through my mind. But you go down there and they're shaking hands, and who knows where those hands have been and stuff like that. But you just got to say Jesus will take care of the whole thing. You know what I mean? And so that's my personal problem. I'm kind of like a germophobia in that respect. But the bottom line is I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to shake those dirty hands and hug those dirty bodies and offer the glory of Jesus and spend the time in those hot, humid, small little places with the Bible. You see, I remember when I went to Turkey and they said the one rule that you have, there's only one rule, you cannot talk to anybody about Jesus. This was back in the 1975. And my friend and I, we snuck out in the middle of the night to a room about this size filled with Turkish people that wanted to know about Jesus. And we talked into the wee morning of the night telling these people about Jesus. And then my friend went back and finished Bible school. And right now he's back in Turkey and has been for his whole life and raised his family over there ministering to the Turkish people. You see, that's Christianity. You see, that's the kind of missionary I want to see. Somebody that's dedicated, someone that's willing to be a servant and willing for an imposition to be in their lives in relationship to Christ and the service of Christ. And that's what our churches should be putting out. But no, where do we put our value within Christianity? We don't put our value on things like that anymore. We put our value on how many degrees do you have? How much? Have you been through Bible school? Have you got this all? Have you went through this little thing like that? You know what I mean? And now you got the piece of paper, now you're qualified to go out and be a minister. You know, there's probably not a mission board in this world that would accept me as a missionary. There's not a church in this world that would probably accept me as a pastor just to walk in and apply. You know what I mean? Because of the criterions that they all have. They have got this thing so locked up and so tight, you know, that if you just study your you know, this is how ridiculous it is. You take a medical doctor to do heart surgery on you, how much education does he have to have before he cuts your heart open, opens it up and does a heart transplant? How much education does that guy have?
Years.
How many?
Years.
Yeah, how many?
7.
8 years, would you say? 8 years? What about if you had a doctor that came in and he was going to cut you over and replace your heart, and he said he had 4 years of experience, would you let him do it?
No.
What if he said he had 8?
It's a little better, yeah.
What if he said he had 15 years?
Yeah.
A little better.
What if he said he had 20 years?
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel better about it.
of experience.
Yeah, experience.
But how much classroom experience did he have? Maybe 7 or 8 years?
It's not average time for miracles.
I've been studying one subject exclusively for over 40 years. One subject, the Bible, for 40 years. I don't care what seminary student you want to get, that you out of any seminary in this country or the planet Earth. You take that guy and give him his diploma and get him in the room with me talking about the Bible, and I guarantee you something, he's going to feel that maybe he ought to go back to school. Okay? But these guys are not going to accept me because I didn't go, God didn't take me down that same course. He took me down a different course. Now, I'm not putting down their course. We need people like that within Christianity. We need professors in seminaries and Bible schools. We need qualified people in churches. All I'm saying, it's not the only course. That's not how we measure everything. Because when we measure things that way, we eliminate the ability of the Holy Spirit to do His work within people. Not that the Holy Spirit can't do His work through people going through seminary and Bible college and professors and things. He certainly can. But he can also use other methodology, and that other methodology should be recognizable also. That's why I say when I was pastoring church and things like that, I said, we don't have to vote on an elder. Why should we have to vote on an elder? You know what I mean? Like churches, do they vote on these different things? Why do you need to vote on an elder? I mean, if I can't perceive that guy's an elder, you know what I mean, by his life and his existence, and we need to vote. So whenever we voted on anything, my vote weren't how many people were in favor of this person. My votes were, if you got a problem with this person, you've got 2 weeks to come and present it to me or one of the other elders. Otherwise, this guy's an elder. He looks like an elder to me. You see something that walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, flaps its wings like a duck, it's an elder. I mean, it's a duck. This guy looks like an elder. Now, if you don't think this guy's elder material, you got 2 weeks to come to me and point out to me why you think he doesn't qualify. There's not going to be no vote for him, because he should be recognizable to all you that he's an elder. You see, that was my methodology. Okay, now we got off on a little bit of a sidetrack there, I think. So we got these churches, and then we've got here it says, and the 7 stars. It says that he had 7 stars, and in his right hand he held 7 stars. What do you think they are? So he sees the 7 lampstands. What are the 7 stars?
The angels.
How do you know that?
It's in verse 1.
Look down again.
Daniel, you were the one that read the verse on the lampstands. I was expecting you to be able to say angels right away.
I just don't.
Okay, so you were yielding to somebody else then. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, why do you think that it even mentions that he was holding 7 stars, which are the angels, in his hand? Let's see, what does it say? 7 stars. And in his right hand, he had held 7 stars. Now, if those are 7 angels, why do you think that it's even reflected in the story here that he had 7 stars in his right hand?
Because there's 1 angel per church.
Anybody else?
To show that he's in control.
What?
To show that he's in control.
Absolutely. This is showing, this picture of Jesus that we see here is quite different than the picture of Jesus that we saw hanging on the cross, isn't it?
Yeah.
We had the picture of Jesus on the cross as a criminal, didn't we?
Yes.
And we have a picture now that he's in control of what? He's in the midst of the 7 churches, and in his right hand, he's got the angels, showing he's in control, showing that he is the supreme commander and general of all things, that he is, as Tony says, God.